Okay, mic check. All right. Okay, so it's the last day of 2023. It's the 31st, and there is another couple of hours before it's 2024. I'm excited. Um, so by the title, y'all can say what I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about hope. Okay, so this year was fantastic. It was just exciting. It was hard as well. But I feel like that's what makes this year so fantastic, so unique and interesting. It's because I was able to experience a lot of things, face a lot of things, and go through a lot of things, the good and the bad, right? So I would like to talk about hope, right? So, hope, I'll give you a quick story about what happened this year, the start of this year. I think it was probably January, somewhere around January. I had this terrible, really terrible food poisoning. It was bad because I don't ever vomit at all, and I had to vomit a lot. I had diarrhea, extreme diarrhea, and was just dehydrated. I was just almost out cold. And I was just like why is this happening to me right now? Like out of all the time, why now? And I feel like everyone would think like that lah. But all in all, it was terrible, and it went on for a couple of days, and I was always having this mindset where I say to myself, just give it a few more hours, just give it a few more days, a couple of days should do, and you'll be right back on your feet. And surprisingly and thankfully, my encouraging word to myself, that positive mindset, that hope that I had during those periods of my life paid off. I think on day two, after after I came out of washroom, I actually fainted on my dad's hands. For the first time in my life, my vision blacked out, and I had this wallpaper kinda like lightning, the thing that I saw with my eyes closed when I fainted, and it was like, wow, I actually fainted. Like for the first time, right? It's like, wow, okay. And right after that, when my parents checked on me for a bit and they went on to their room and rested, I was like, I went on my knees again. I went on my knees, and I just started praying. Even that a prayer of hope, right? Prayer of gratitude. I just went like, Lord, please, I'll do anything, just heal me, because it actually hurts. I don't know about y'all, but for me, when I vomit, it felt like my chest and my throat were about to burst. It was that painful, and I was like, I prayed. Okay, I prayed. I did my stuff, and I just went to bed. The next morning, I wake up only to find myself different, completely healed. It was mind blowing because of hope. At that time, I didn't lose any hope. I didn't feed myself with those negative thoughts. Oh my God, another day. Oh, I'm going to suffer tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to die tomorrow. No, it's just positive thoughts. I am going to make it today, and I'm going to feel way better tomorrow. I have a lot of things to do. I think about it. I keep my mind occupied, and voila, your hope, my hope paid me off. I'll move on to a next story. This was also this year. I enrolled to my university. I went through a lot of pressure, culture shock. I was surprised. I went in thinking to myself, I'm not gonna suffer culture shock. I'm experienced lah. I don't have any problems. I'm an expert, thinking I'm the big shot, kinda, but I was still humble and whatnot. But it really hit hard this year. Social um, life was very, very hard, and my unlike the time when I had this food poisoning, my hope started to diminish here, and I almost lost all hope. But I was just holding on to that one shard of light that I was believing in. I was like, I went through a lot of rejection. I went through a lot of ups and downs, moments, mistakes, knowing that I'm not perfect. I make tons of mistakes. I know that everybody's not perfect. So I'm like, okay, this has happened. What's next? And just one thing happens after the other, and my hopes bar, that radar, still, it's just going down, 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 depleting. And I'm like, oh my god, please, I need a miracle. And at that moment, that hope, that last shard that I was holding on to, my goodness, it rescued me. To be more precise, God saved me. I might have shed a tear or two, but at the end of the day, it was the hope that I had within myself, knowing that, you know what, it's not the end of the world. It's gonna get well. It's gonna be um, brighter again, because there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I just know it. I can feel it. Though I can't see it, I walk by faith and not by sight. So just hold on, just grit your teeth a little longer and just see, just observe what happens. And overnight, it was not exactly overnight like that diarrhea and that vomiting stuff, but this was really uplifting. That hope that I saw, wow, it's just always about hope, having that that waiting, that ability and that patience to wait, because hope is basically you waiting on something or someone, whether it comes right away or the next day or a few months from now or a few years from now down the line. Having hope is the best option for just about anybody, because hope is what drives us to try to thrive in our life, to keep on moving forward regardless of what has happened. Our past doesn't define us. And you might be about 18, the same age as me, 20, 36. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have hope, like I did, my goodness, a lot of things can happen, because you're impressing in your conscious mind the things that you hope for, the positive thinking and whatnot, and that conscious mind will impress whatever that you're feeding it to the subconscious mind, which eventually will bring whatever that you have visioned inside of your brain to the reality that you are in right now. We have such a powerful um, brain. This is the capability of our thinking, our habitual thinking, especially, right? So I would say to anybody and all my viewers, right? Don't lose hope. Hope, hope as it is itself is not hopeless. It's meaningful, and it is the thing that will save you from your regrets, from your mistakes, from your past, and all the actions that you're about to take. Having hope is very crucial to move forward. Without hope, you're gonna get a very, very tough life ahead of you. So plan ahead and plan with hope. Whatever you do, don't lose hope. That light in your life, that hope is gonna be a lifesaver. Things might not turn out the way that you want to, but things will turn out the way that is proper and that is necessary for you. And I feel like that's so exciting. Doesn't mean it has to be um, on an average or mediocre level. Just expect anything or do anything in your life, the plans that you have, having hope at the same time, because hope is a waiting process. You're just waiting on something, waiting on someone, and you will reap it.